Now is the time for ice cream. Ice cream time! It's ice cream time with Lyons, Maid.
I'm sure we all have fond childhood memories of hearing an ice cream van in the distance, running out into the street as fast as possible and excitedly looking at all those ice cream pictures displayed in the van window. I don't know what was more challenging, catching up with the van before it pulled away, or deciding which of our favourite delicious looking ice creams and lollies to pick this time. Well, in an effort to reignite those old memories, we're going to take a look now at 10 examples of vintage, nostalgic ice creams from decades past, and for a bit of extra challenge, you'll get 10 seconds to guess what each one is before the names and logos appear on the screen. We'll also be sharing some ice cream nostalgia after the quiz with your featured comments, and I'll be sticking a couple of vintage British TV adverts in at the end for good measure. So go ahead and grab your favourite ice cream snack as we take a look at 10 of the most memorable ice creams from our childhood days. And do be careful when sucking on that lolly because nobody likes a brain freeze. Number 1, and it's a slightly weird one for fans of edible body parts. Funny Feet, soft strawberry flavoured ice cream on a stick in the shape of a foot. Perhaps best eaten in private, this one, unless you don't mind being seen in public sucking on a toe. Number 2, a dead easy one this, there's nothing else really like them unless you count the cheap knockoffs. Cornetto, obviously, and not forgetting of course their larger cousin, the King Cone, although when standing at the ice cream van as a kid they were always a bit of a fantasy as I could never really afford to stretch to one. Number 3, another one that's still available today and one for fans of those tiny little sprinkles more commonly known as hundreds and thousands. Knobbly Bobbly, and that name perfectly describes the knobbly coating of sprinkles embedded in the chocolate coating around the strawberry and chocolate ice cream centre. Number 4, and it's a 1970s classic that will give you a scare when you remove its wrapper. Haunted House, made of white vanilla milk ice cream with a spooky creature printed on the side in edible ink. Until you remove the wrapper, you never knew what you were going to get: a skeleton, a ghost, witch, spider, bats, or even a Frankenstein's monster. And the edible designs also came in various different edible ink colours. Number 5, and it's yet another that's still around today, and you can gorge yourself on one of these. Feast, consisting of a solid cocoa-heavy chocolate centre surrounded by soft chocolate ice cream and coated in a nut-encrusted thin layer of milk chocolate. It really does sound like a feast, although these days the chocolate centre is a lot smaller than it used to be. Good old shrinkflation. Number 6, and you got 3 flavours of ice in one with this rocket-shaped ice lolly. Zoom, not to be confused with the classic Skyray lollies. Zoom originally had strawberry, banana and raspberry flavours included in one ice lolly, although the flavours did change over the years, so you may have experienced these slightly differently. Number 7, another one designed to give you a scare and a perfect treat for Halloween. Dracula. Not a lot of reliable information around about this one, but I remember it vividly as a big Dracula-shaped chunk of delicious frozen strawberry sorbet. Of course it's been a few decades so I could be remembering it wrong, so if you remember this one I'd appreciate your input in the comments section. Number 8, and you might get a nasty surprise when you sink your fangs into this one. Count Dracula's Secret. Black cola-flavoured ice covering yellow ice cream with a blood-red frozen jelly core. Often confused with the previously mentioned Dracula lolly thanks to the various name changes, it's also been called Count Dracula's Deadly Secret, Count Dracula and eventually just Dracula, so the confusion is understandable. Number 9, and this one's based on a famous 1960s TV catchphrase. Fab, originally aimed at girls and named after Lady Penelope's catchphrase from Thunderbirds, FAB, it consists of red strawberry flavoured ice and a white creamy top coated in a thin layer of sprinkle dipped chocolate. Fabulous. Number 10. Thin cylinders of tasty ice cream in 3 different flavours. Mini Milk. Often associated with and marketed at young children, the Cadbury's fudge of ice creams if you will, Mini Milks were available in vanilla, chocolate and strawberry varieties. Not just normal flavoured ice though, these were a delicious, soft, milky ice that were more luxurious than your average ice lolly. Still a favourite today, although to my taste there's less of that luxurious milky quality than I remember. So I suspect these may be another victim of the dreaded modern shrinkflation phenomenon. The first of two bonus honourable mentions, and not unlike funny feet, it's another slightly awkward edible body part. The finger, and yeah, the less said about this one the better I think. I'm sure this was the source of a lot of entertaining shenanigans back in the day, and thankfully at some point the name was changed to the more appropriate that-a-way. I personally don't remember this one, but I imagine it was probably strawberry flavoured either in a sorbet or straight ice form. If you remember these at all, go ahead and fill in the blanks in the comments section. The second honourable mention, and it's a slightly ropey image, but this fairly basic lolly was made exciting by its unique temperature sensitive paper wrapper. Magic Monster Lolly. This is a memorable one for me, although I just remember referring to it as Monster Lolly. It had an invisible picture of a monster on the wrapper, which gradually became visible as it warmed up after the ice lolly was removed. Quite basic technology, but in the 1970s and 80s, this was pretty exciting stuff for a young lad looking for an ice lolly to enjoy during the hot summer school holidays. I reached out on social media for your thoughts and memories of ice creams and lollies from the past, and here's what a few of you had to say. Over on Bluesky Social, Cleo remembers the short-lived, enormous Cornetto-style Mega King Cone and wants those to come back, and she also longs for the original recipe mint cornettos with proper mint chocolate chip ice cream, not the cheap, foamy sugar version that we have today. From the community post section of my YouTube channel, John Thompson, at Retro Memories UK's favourite was always a feast, but he brings up the ice cream van classic Screwballs, which had an ice-hardened bubblegum at the bottom. There was a shop-bought version with basic ice cream flattened at the top, but the ice cream van version was always the best. Proper Mr. Whippy ice cream in a plastic cone that looked a lot like a Dalek when you turned it upside down. Bretsky's favourite purchase from the ice cream van was the cider lolly, and he often wondered how many you'd need to eat before you got drunk. Word on the street was it's 3. Summer school holidays would not have been the same without the ice cream man calling round the estate. Thomas Cook was also a fan of the cider barrel lolly and reminds us how hardcore it was for kids in the 70s and 80s, with lager shandy to drink, candy cigarettes to smoke, and cider barrel lorries to get tipsy on, even if we were just pretending. Mr. Dirkles remembers the Wall's ice cream joke book being particularly hot property back in 1981. It knocked the horror top trumps off the most coveted item for 10-year-olds. Edwin Smith-Jones brings up those old Tupperware ice lolly making kits that our mums used to have, and the cheap watered down orange juice lollies that were made in them. And finally, Mod Trash reminds us of the A-Team tie-in lolly, Mr. T, a cola-flavoured lolly that may not have been around for very long, as not many people seem to remember them. I'm one of the people that doesn't remember them, but I did come across a reference to them whilst researching this video. Anyone else remember these? If you have any classic ice lolly memories to share, or if your favourites weren't on this list, hit the comments and let us know your thoughts, and if you'd like a comment featured in a future retrospectives video, follow me on my various social media platforms, where I'll be asking for your comments whenever I'm working on something new. You'll find all the links in the video description. We'll finish off now with a couple of examples of vintage British TV ice lolly adverts, but first I'd like to thank everyone who shared their comments, to thank you for liking and subscribing, and of course to thank you all for watching Retrospectives.
Hi there fans, stand by for Cool Off with Lyons Maid. New Supersonic Zoom, the big ice lolly with free picture cards. Hey, get this, new Super Sea-Jet, a 3-flavour knockout. And the first ice lolly specially for girls. It's fab. Unfasten your seatbelts, lolly lickers. Cool it with Lyons Maid. On sale now.
In this world there's feet that walk and feet that talk and feet that stalk, but the greatest feet are the feet you eat. Chomp, 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 bunny feet. Bunny feet. A Wall's ice treat. Bunny feet. Bunny feet. Bunny feet from Wall's. Put a foot in your mouth.
The unthinkable has happened. The impossible is now true. I've been brought to life in a horrifyingly real iced lolly from Walls. Get your fangs into the strangest lolly you've ever tasted before it's too late. Walls Dracula. It's really horrible.
Walls feast, walls feast, walls feast. Ah! Oh, choc, choc on choc, it's a treat. Walls feast, choc a block, choc on choc, can't be beat. Walls feast. Oh, choc, 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 choc a block, choc on choc. Lick it, chew it, so much to it. Got it, get it. Walls feast.
There's 1,000 ways of having fun with Lyons Maid ice cream. There's 1,000 ways to taste the sun in Lyons Maid ice cream. There's a rainbow flavored dream parade in every spoon of Lyons Maid. That puts all others in the shade. That's Lyons Maid ice cream. Join the taste parade with Lyons Maid.